Good morning, students. In the last video, we have seen semiconductors, PN junction diode and Zener diode. Today's topic is rectifier. A rectifier is one of the application of PN junction diode. In an unhonesty exam, April-May 2018, full wave rectifier is asked for 8 mark. Both full wave rectifier and half wave rectifier are equally important questions. Before going to rectifier, we are going to see about linear mode power supply. Many electronic device needs DC supply for its operation. DC power is given through a battery, which is costlier and not convenient one. So what we do, we convert the AC voltage into DC voltage. That operation is done by linear mode power supply. So linear mode power supply, it converts the AC voltage into DC voltage. It has transformer, rectifier, filter and regulator. Transformer, rectifier, filter and regulator. Transformer, step-down transformer will transforms high voltage into desired low level of voltage. Then this AC voltage is given to the rectifier. It is given to the rectifier. It converts it into a pulsating DC voltage. The pulsating DC voltage will have ripples. It is removed by the filter circuit. The output is stabilized by the regulators. Thus, we get a constant regulated voltage to the load side. So, here the AC voltage is converted into a regulated DC voltage by a linear mode power supply. Next is rectifier. Rectifier is a electronic device which converts AC voltage into pulsating unidirectional voltage. From the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Okay, already we have studied the PN junction diode. From the VI characteristics, we can say it conducts on forward bias condition and it will not conduct on reverse bias condition. So in AC supply, if you are going to give a AC supply to the diode, during positive half cycle, diode will get forward biased and it starts conduct. So we can say diode is on. During negative half cycle, diode gets reverse biased and it will not conduct. So we can say diode is off. Thus we get a unidirectional voltage across the load resistance. In rectifier, we have half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier. First we see about half wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier, it rectifies only one half cycle of input voltage. It converts AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage using only one half cycle, of the applied voltage. This is the circuit diagram of the half wave rectifier. It has a step down transformer, one diode and a load resistance connected series with the diode. Now a AC input is given to the diode. AC input is given to the diode. During positive cycle, the point A will be more positive with respect to B. So this diode D, the anode is connected to the more positive side. So diode D will get forward biased. So diode is on and it start conduct the current. So there will be a flow of current in the load resistance. And during the negative half cycle, the diode will be off. How? The point B will be more positive than A. The diode B will be more positive than A. That is, A will be more negative. So this is connected to the anode. Then this diode is reverse biased. Under reverse bias condition, diode will be off. So there won't be any current flow in the load resistance. So during the positive half cycle, there will be a current flow, and during negative half cycle, there won't be any current flow. Thus, we get a rectified output. Now we are going to see the load current and load voltage waveform. So this is the supply voltage. It is the one full half cycle. The time period is 0 to 2 pi. And for the during the first half cycle, the diode will conduct, and the next half cycle, diode will be off condition. During that time, there won't be any output current. So during positive cycle, there will be output current, and during the negative cycle, there won't be any output current. And this is the reverse peak voltage across the diode. So when under diode is in reverse bias condition, there will be a reverse peak voltage. Now we are going to see some of the important terms in half wave rectifier. For sinusoidal waveform, the value of current will be I is equal to Im sin omega t. This for sinusoidal waveform, I is equal to Im sin omega t. In half wave rectifier, we can see only one half cycle is conducting. So for the time period 0 to pi, the current value is Im sin omega t, and for the time period pi to 2 pi, the current value is 0. The Im, the maximum current value, is given by Im is equal to Vm by Rf plus Rs plus RL. Rf is the forward diode resistance, Rs is the secondary winding resistance, and RL is the load resistance. Thus, we can find the maximum current value. The first term we are going to see is the average value of load current. Average value of load current means it is the ratio to the area under the curve divided by base time period. Area under the sine curve. Okay, so only one half cycle is there. Divided by the time period is total complete cycle 0 to 2 pi. So you can say the equation integral 0 to 2 pi. I will say how it becomes pi. Okay, 0 to 2 pi IL divided by 2 pi. The base time period is total cycle 2 pi. This limit 0 to 2 pi can be split into two integrals. Okay, so here 0 to pi plus pi to 2 pi. For 0 to pi, the value of current will be Im sin omega t, and pi to 2 pi, the value of current will be 0. So this whole term will get eliminated, and only the limit 0 to pi only prevails. So we can write the equation 1 by 2 by integral 0 to pi Im sin omega t. While integrating these terms, we can get Im by pi. Next is the average value of load voltage VDC. So average value of load voltage. What is the voltage equation? V is equal to I into R. So we can say VDC is equal to IDC into RL. We know the value of IDC. While substituting, we can get Im by pi. Next term is the RMS value of the load current. The definition for RMS value is nothing but it is the ratio of area under squared curve divided by base time period. So see here, it is the area under the curve divided by base time period. RMS value means it is the area under the squared curve. So the equation will be the same, 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi. The difference is here IL square. So substitute this equation and integrate the term, then we get IRMS is equal to Im by 2. Okay, IRMS is equal to Im by 2. Next term is RMS value of load voltage. Same thing, RMS value we can find from IRMS into RL. VL is equal to IRMS into RL. While substituting the IRMS value, we seen in the third equation. By substituting that value, we can get Vm by 2. And next is the DC output power. So power equation is equal to VDC into IDC. So we seen that in the first and second equation. Substitute the equations and simplify that, we get PDC is equal to Im square by pi square into RL. And we can also substitute Im value. Okay, Im is equal to Vm by Rf plus Rs plus RL. So by substituting that value, we can get this equation. And next is the AC input power. That equation is Im square by 4 RL plus RF plus RS. Next is the efficiency. Efficiency is defined as the ratio of DC output power to the AC input power. DC output power to the AC input power. It is found in 5th and 6th equation. Substitute that and we get the value is 0.406. Okay, the value is 0.406. Next is the ripple factor. So already we have seen the ripples. Ripples is unwanted pulsating component present in the output. Okay, unwanted pulsating component present in the output. So what is ripple factor means? The amount of ripples present in the output. That is the ripple factor. It can be found from IRMS square minus ID square by IDC. By simplifying this, we can get 1.21 for half wave rectifier. Next is the peak inverse voltage. It is nothing but peak voltage across the diode. Peak voltage across the diode in the reverse direction. That is, the diode is connected in the reverse biased manner. Okay. So for half wave rectifier, the value is Vm. Okay. And last one is the transformer utilization factor. It is the ratio of DC power delivered to the load to the AC power rating of the transformer. DC power delivered. Okay, DC power delivered means IDC square into RL. So you can substitute this value. And AC power. Okay, AC power V into I. For V, it is a sinusoidal waveform. So you can substitute Vm by root 2. And for current value, I value, it is a pulsating current. So you can substitute Im by 2. Thus, we get 0.287 as the transformer utilization factor. Only 28% is utilized. And next is the full wave rectifier. If you understand the concept of half wave rectifier, then full wave rectifier also easy to understand. Here the full wave rectifier, it rectifies both half cycle of the input supply voltage. Okay, so in this here the supply voltage is here. This both half cycle positive and negative half cycle is rectified and gets a unidirectional output. That is the full wave rectifier, and this is the diagram of the circuit diagram of the full wave rectifier. Here you are having center tapped transformer and two diodes D1, D2 and one resistance is connected to the diode. During positive half cycle, consider this point as terminal as A and this terminal as B. Okay, consider this terminal as A and this terminal as B. During positive cycle, A terminal will be more positive with respect to B. A terminal is more positive. So, the diode 1 will be forward biased and diode 2 will be reverse biased. So, diode 1 is on and diode 2 is off. So, the current flows through the diode 1 and through the RL. Okay. During negative half cycle, terminal B will be more positive than A. So, D2 will be forward biased and D1 will be reverse biased. That is, D2 will be on and D1 will be off. So, the current flow from D2, then current flows through RL. Here, for both positive and negative half cycle, the direction of the current in the RL will be same. So, that we get the unidirectional DC output voltage across the load resistance. Here is the load current and load voltage waveform. This is the supply voltage and this is the current flowing when diode 1 is on, and this is the current across the diode 2 under the it conducts only in the negative half cycle, and this is the total output. Here the both positive and negative half cycle is rectified. Next is the bridge rectifier. Okay, bridge rectifier, it has 4 diodes. This is the diagram for bridge rectifier. Now we can see the operation of this bridge rectifier. During positive cycle, see this terminal positive and negative. This positive is connected to this point. So here D1 is forward biased and D4 will be reverse biased. So D1 is on, D4 is off. In this negative terminal, okay, negative terminal is connected to this point. This negative is connected to the cathode of D2. This negative is connected to the cathode of D2. So here D2 is forward biased and it is on, and the D3 will be reverse biased. So during positive cycle, D1 and D2 is on and D3 and D4 is off. Now the current flows from positive terminal to D1, then load resistance, and then to the diode 2, and it completes the circuit. And during the negative half cycle, the polarity changes. Okay, the polarity changes. Here is the positive and here is the negative. So the positive side now connected to this point, and here the diode D3 is connected to the positive. Anode is connected. Diode D3 anode is connected to the positive. So D3 is forward biased and it is on. And D2 will be reverse biased. You know, this negative is connected cathode. Okay, cathode negative is connected to this positive. So this is reverse biased. So D2 is off. And this negative terminal is connected to this point, and here the D4 is forward biased. Negative is connected to the negative. So D4 is forward biased and D1 is reverse biased. So during negative half cycle, D3 and D4 is forward biased on condition and D1 and D2 is off condition. The current flows from positive terminal to D3, D3 to load resistance and then to the D4 and it completes the cycle. Thus, it rectifies the input voltage into the unidirectional output voltage. The waveform will be same as the full wave rectifier. These are the advantage and disadvantages of half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. These are the some of the comparisons of these rectifiers. The number of diodes is 1 for half wave rectifier and 2 for full wave rectifier and 4 for bridge rectifiers. And we have derived these values, average DC current, average DC voltage values for half wave rectifier. This can be done for full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. You can go through this values. Now we simply solve the simple problem. A half wave rectifier having a resistive load of 800 ohm rectifies a alternating voltage of 350 volt and the diode is forward resistance is 75 ohm. Calculate a peak, average and RMS value of the current, DC power output, AC input power, efficiency of the rectifier. So first we are going to find the peak, average and RMS value. Peak value is the maximum current. Okay, maximum current, what is the formula? Vm by Rf plus Rs plus RL. Rf is the forward diode resistance. It is given as 75 ohm and Rs is secondary winding resistance. It is not given, so we take it as 0 and load resistance is given as 800 ohm and Vm is given as 350 ohm. Substitute the value and we can find as 400 milliampere. Next is the average current. Okay, average current formula, it is in the second one. Okay, for half wave it is Im by pi. So Im by pi, it is 127.39 milliampere. Okay, next is the RMS value of the current. Formula is, it is the fourth row. It is Im by 2. So Im value 400 divided by 2, then you get 200 milliampere. Next, we are going to find the DC output power. DC output power, PDC is equal to DC square into RL. Okay, both values are given, so we can find PDC. You can also substitute here, see the fifth row, DC power output value equation as Im square RL by pi square. Can also use this equation and substitute the value. The answer will be same. And next is the AC input power. The equation is I RMS square into RF plus RS plus RL. While substituting these values, we get 35 watt. Last one is the efficiency of the rectifier. Efficiency is PDC divided by PAC. We have found that value in these equations. So substitute that value, we get efficiency is equal to 37.08%. So in this video, We have studied about the half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. Go through this topic. We see in the next video. Thank you.